Alrighty, guys, today is 420. Today is April 20th, ladies and gentlemen. And today we are going to go on a secret mission. You guys have to find, hold on. Hold on. Wait a second. I know how to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 secret words. Is it 4? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 secret words today. So I'm going to send you guys on a secret code mission, and you guys need to find these 5 different words. These 5 different words, you will be able to find them as long as you're paying attention to my slideshow and what I'm teaching today. Okay. Today we're going to learn about the North Americans, the natives from the North America. We'll talk about that. How do you do this assignment? You have to open this assignment first. It's called the Week 33 Secret Code Mission. You can find that assignment either by scrolling down, and I added a link right here, or you can go onto modules, and of course it's going to be in the Week 33 module. Here it is, the Week 33 Secret Code Mission. You guys are going to open that assignment up. When it's open, you guys will see it says type below the secret hidden words that are on today's slideshow. Okay. Now I say hidden, but they're not like really like hiding. Like they're just they're in the middle of a paragraph, and you have to find which words they are. Okay. These words around are the words that are on my slide, and you guys have to find which word is this one. When you guys find that word, you guys won't tell me in the chat. You guys aren't going to tell me in the chat. You're not going to say in the chat, Mrs. Escobar, is it this one? Is this a secret word for this slide? No, with peace and love, you got to figure that out on your own. You're going to press start assignment right here. Oh gosh, that's the ugliest circle I've ever made in my life. Here you go. So you guys are going to press start assignment. When you guys put that button, there's going to be this screen down here. And right here, you'll be able to type the 5 secret words, okay? Let's see, it's 1, 2, 3. For the 4th one, it's 2 words. It's blank, blank, okay? So right here, you might want to type right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These 2 words in here go together, okay? These 2 words right here, they go together, all right? And to the people that are going to be late, they're late, so I'm not going to explain this to them. So you guys are lucky because you guys are going to get 4 easy points added to your grade because you guys were here on time, and everyone else is going to be confused, but with peace and love, they should have been here earlier, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, does this make sense? Yes or no? Type yes or no in the chat right now. Okay, some people are saying yes, and some people are saying kind of. Some people are saying, I'm not really sure what you're saying. Okay, I'm gonna explain this one more time, and then we're gonna start because we got a lot to do today. I'm gonna show you guys a slideshow, and I'm gonna teach you guys the things that are on that slideshow. In every single slide, I'm gonna repeat that again. In every single slide, there is this paragraph, and this paragraph. Slide number 3, I think, slide number 4, slide number 5, blah, 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 blah. Within those paragraphs, there is a word in my slide that's not in here. You have to figure out which word is in my slide that's supposed to be in here, okay? When you guys find that secret word, okay, you guys are going to type it down here, and then when we're done, as soon as we're done with the Zoom, you're going to put submit assignment because you're going to type these in as we're learning. Okay, let's pretend that the first secret word is Brenda. Let's pretend that the second secret word is Escobar. These are not the words, by the way. Let's pretend that the fourth one is Joelle. Let's pretend that the 4th one is Michelle Martinez. Because remember, I told you guys that there's like 2 words for number 4. And let's pretend that the last one is Francisco. Okay, and then as soon as we're done with the Zoom, bam, you press submit assignment, and you're done, and you're ready to go to your next class. All right, now does that make sense to the people that said kind of? Okay, all right, let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, before I even show you guys the slide, I got to show you guys where we're going to learn about today. Let's turn the world. Whee! Let's make it twist and turn. Let me put my face over here because it's in my way. All right, guys. Well, for the last 3 weeks, we have been learning about the OG Americans, right? All of this is America. This is South America right here. Here is North America. So far, we've learned about 2 groups of people. We learned about the Maya that were down. Let me use the color yellow. We learned about the Maya. They were located right here, right? Here's the Maya. Then last week, we learned about the Aztecs. They're in central Mexico. Okay. I'm going to put AZT. Oh, that's not okay. Oh, no. Oh, no. All right, there. And today we're going to go further north into North America. We're going to learn about the North. Oh gosh, hold on. North American. Oh my gosh, this is ugly handwriting. North American natives. Okay. The original United States people, right? They were here first before any white people ever stepped foot onto America, okay? They were here first, and that's what the slides today are going to be about, okay? So we've already knocked off 3 groups. Hopefully by the end of today, we're going to knock off 3 groups that lived here in North America. After this, we're going to learn about, I think on Thursday, if we're finished today, we're going to learn about South American people, okay? And then that's it. We're done. And then we'll find out how the Europeans came and just completely destroyed everyone's culture over here. But we'll learn more about that next week. All right, let's go to the slideshow. Prepare yourselves, ladies and gentlemen, the slideshow. All right, this is just the first slide. The North American Native Americans. That's repetitive, Mrs. Escobar. Let me, I'm going to change that later. Okay. These are the people that you've sort of already kind of learned about growing up in 1st, 2nd, and 3rd grade. When you think of Thanksgiving, a lot of people like to think of these Native Americans when they made a truce, had a little peace dinner with the Pilgrims, which were Europeans when they came and arrived here. But right now we're going to pretend like we're learning about the time before the Europeans were ever here. We're learning about when there was no white person in American land, okay? And that's why it irritates me. And I'm going to say this with peace and love, but it does irritate me when there are sometimes white people who, say to people that are brown, go back to America. Go back to where you come from. Okay, first of all, they were here first before any of the white people ever arrived here. So these people, this is their land, and sadly, but they would agree with me, all of their land has now been stolen by the rest of the world. But we're going to learn about them today. Okay, here we go. This is kind of, there's like a few groups of people. This, by the way, don't freak out about your secret words. I'm going to tell you when the secret words start to show up. Okay. Here are the different types of people that lived in North America, the natives that lived. There were subarctic people and the Arctic people, okay? These were the Native Americans that were always in super cold weather, but they grew up in this. So they wouldn't be freezing like we would, right? They would be like, relax. This is where they, are raised. You got the Southwest people, the Great Basin people, the Plain people, the Northeast people, the Southeast people. I'm not going to make you guys memorize this. I just want you to see that there were different type of groups, okay? Different type of groups, okay? And I'm just going to show you guys something real quick from the last slide I just showed you guys, if it lets me, right? All of these Native Americans, they're different, okay? Let me get the color black. This person is a different type of Native American than this person over here. This Native American is a different type of group than this group over here, right? There are different groups. Just want to point that out because I don't want you guys to, be ignorant and be like, oh, all Native Americans are the same. No, if a Native American heard you say that, they would be very offended that you would say that. Sometimes some of the Native American groups wouldn't get along even. All right. This is an example of Native Americans that are still around today and they still practice their culture, and I think it's beautiful. Even on TikTok there's like a whole section of Native Americans that still dress up in their ancestors' clothes and they still do the dances and the rituals, and it's really 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 cool. Okay, now here, ladies and gentlemen, heads up, because the first secret hidden word is in this slide right now. While you guys are looking for that word, I'm going to read this out loud, ladies and gentlemen. It says the first people to settle America came from Asia more than 15,000 years ago. This is something you guys already know. This is why I told you guys, right, that there was an ice age, right? And there was like a bridge that connected Alaska to Russia, and from there, from that ice bridge, that's where a lot of people came into the Americas. Once the weather started getting warmer, that ice age melted, and that's it. They were split for hundreds of thousands of years. The new world didn't know that the old world exists, and vice versa, right? It says, in time, people spread all across America. That's when we learned about the Maya, the Aztecs, these Native Americans, the Inca. Okay, it says right here, these early settlers did not leave written records. Okay, scientists, however, have learned a lot about them through the study of artifacts, which are objects that they leave behind. So even though these Native Americans from the North, they didn't have anything like written, like, hey, here's our history. Scientists can still kind of tell what their culture was like by looking at things they left behind. The things that they left behind can include tools, pottery, even jewelry. Okay, scientists study to see what people grew, like in farms, or what they hunted, or what they wore, and what their homes were like. Okay, all right. Was that easy, ladies and gentlemen? Number one. I know this was super easy. Hey, but hey, maybe the next slide, I'm not going to make them bold. I'm not going to make the secret word bold. Here we go. Next slide. Before I show you guys the words, I kind of want you guys to take a look at this image. I know it's in black and white, but these are the people from the southwest area of the United States. I'm going to show you guys real quick the Google Earth. Yeah, I'm going to show you guys Google Earth. And I want you guys to kind of see exactly where these people come from. These people are located where Texas, Arizona, New Mexico are at. Okay, the first group of people we're going to learn about, they come from this area right here. Okay, in spring break, by the way, I want to say something kind of random. In spring break, when I went to Arizona and Utah and Nevada over my spring break, right over here, there's a lot of Navajos, which is one of the group of the North American natives. And they still are around today, and they still speak their language, which I just find so, so, so beautiful. And they're super, super nice. Like, I thought, even though I myself am Mexican, even though my mom is brown, like really brown, I came out really white because of my dad. And, you know, sometimes you people are just assume that Native Americans, they are kind of, you know, they're so mean and resentful towards white people, right? Because white people took over their land and stole their land. But they're not like that. They are very, very kind, and they were really, really nice to me. And to them, they might just think I'm a white person, right? Even though I'm Latina, you know, my skin is a little lighter. So, and they were still very, very nice to me. And I heard them speak their Native American language, and I just thought that was so cool. But anyways, let's go back to the slide. All right. These people lived in these huge, like, they lived in a very close-knit community. Let's pretend we were all these group of people. We would all live in the same building, kind of like, well, I'll show you guys right now. Okay. Oh, this is some of their land that is still left behind. People can still go visit today. Here is the words. Here are the words. This is for number 2, by the way. It says here, among the earliest people to settle in North America were the ancestral pueblo. Okay, this is the group of people called ancestral pueblo. They lived in large communities in what is now southwestern United States, okay, which is kind of like Arizona, Nevada, Utah. It says they built stone homes, and here's an example down here, similar to apartment buildings, okay? So they would, like, let's pretend we were all in this group, the Ancestral Pueblo. I would live, like, maybe, let me get my little drawing tool. Maybe red, okay. I would live right here. Jesus would probably live right over here. Michelle would live over here. Genesis would live over here. Kylie would live over here. Ryan would live over here. We'd all kind of live together. Okay. And they did this because even though they're all close knit, there are still Native Americans that they're different groups that sometimes are battling to, have more property so that they can have the deer find in that area, or the bison or the buffalo found in that area. Okay. So they would always live together so they could be a form of protection, right? I'll protect you, Kylie, as long as you protect Ryan. We're all going to protect each other from any other groups that could possibly attack. It's a good defense area. Okay. Did you guys get number 2, by the way? Yes or no? Of course you guys did. This is the easiest assignment ever. All right. Now we're going to go more to the east side of the United States. Let me go show you guys Google Earth real quick. Where's Google Earth? There you are. So we just talked about the people that live down here. Right now we're going to head east and talk about all the different types of Native American groups that lived right over here. Okay. So this, when I say the Mississippi, there's a huge river. Where is it at? Where is it at? Where's the Mississippi River? Is it? Where's the Mississippi River? Oh my gosh, I can't find the river on Google Earth. But there's a huge river over here, and we're going to talk about all these groups of Native Americans that live there right now. Okay? All right, let's go to the slides. Oh. Now, these people would live in a different type of area, right? In where we just learned about in the last slide, the land is very like dirt, right? It's very dry. There's a lot of dirt. But over here by the Mississippi River, there's a lot of green land, right? You're next to a river, so all the soil is nice and green and fertile, right? And these people living, it was very different than the way that people in the Southwest would live. They would build, or they would construct hills, and they would build their houses on top of these hills. Are you guys seeing this? Yes or no? Can you guys see those hills? Yes or no? Okay, a few people said yes. Now, why would they do that? Why would they do that? These people would do that because they're very far away from where the Aztecs live, and they're also very far away from where the Maya used to live. But they also really, really, really believe in the sun god. They also believe in a sun god. Okay, and to them, building a hill as high as possible as they can. If you guys notice, this hill right here is really, really tall. Is their way to get closer to the sun. Okay, it's their way to feel closer to the sun because that's their sun god, right? Now, would these people have heart sacrifices? No. In fact, none of these Native American groups that we're learning about today, none of them had heart sacrifices. They would do other rituals where they would probably maybe sacrifice like an animal here and there, but would they do like the hardcore heart sacrifices like in Mexico and Central America? No. Okay. All right. Now let me show you guys the words. Okay. It says right here, these Mississippians lived in large communities in the Mississippi River Valley. The Mississippians are also called mound builders. Mound is just another way to say hills, right? Because they made hills of earth near farming villages for religious reasons, right? And I just told you guys the religious reason. Okay. Did you guys get that secret word in this slide? Okay, some people are still looking for it. I'm going to get a drink of water. Ryan is on a roll. He's like, Escobar, what? This is first first grade level homework assignment or classwork assignment. I know. But hey, it was this or making your sig notes. And you guys have been taking way too many notes recently, and I just feel so bad. So, all right, can I go to the next slide? Shoot me a number 1 if you're ready to go to the next slide. All right, let's go. Wow, I got spammed with a bunch of ones. Okay, all right. Now the next group of people that we're going to learn about are the people in the Great Plains. Has anyone seen the movie Spirit? It's like one of the best movies of all time. Okay, let me show you guys a real quick picture so I can, because some of you guys say no, but I bet a lot of you guys have. And it is the best movie of all time. This movie makes me cry. Spirit movie. This one. No, not that one. Gosh. This one. Here I am. This is me. The world. Okay, so if you guys have it, yeah, it's not on Netflix. It's on Amazon. I think it's on HBO. I think it's on Hulu. It should be on Hulu. But anyways, this is one of the best movies of all time. But who cares? The only reason why I'm mentioning that is because the Native American that is riding this horse all this time, he is from the Great Plains. So I'm going to show you guys the words. Never mind. Okay. Now, horses, I want to tell you guys something. Horses were not in the New World. They're not originally from the New World. Horses only got to the United States, to South America, to Mexico, to all of America until the Europeans arrived. Okay. So this is a little, I just want you guys to keep in mind that right here, you see a Native American riding a horse because Europeans are already here. There's not a lot of Europeans here though. Okay. In the very beginning, there was just a little bit of people that came to the United States from Europe, the pilgrims, I guess you could call them. And there was just a little bit of people. And they brought a bunch of horses, and sometimes they would sell the horses to the Native Americans, or sometimes some horses would escape and the Native Americans would take them. And it was so much easier to hunt bison and buffalo, which was their meat, right? When you and I eat meat today, unless you're a vegan, what do we eat? We eat beef, right? Cows or chicken, right? They would eat bison or buffalo, okay? And the horses came in handy to hunt these down. All right, I'm going to read this out loud. Remember that there is a secret word somewhere in here. It says the vast grassland west of the Mississippi River and stretching across the Rocky Mountains is known as the Great Plains, ladies and gentlemen. Many distinct communities of people lived on the plains. They spoke many different languages. So I'm going to pause right there. Even though all these people are Native American, remember, there are still different groups and they all have different languages. Okay, it says right here, but they traded using a sign language developed for that purpose. So let's pretend that Sharon, she lives in the Great Plains, but she's from another group. And who else should I use as an example? And Alexis is also living in the Great Plains, but she's from another group. Okay, they have different languages, but the way they're going to trade, clothes or food is by using a sign language. Okay, it's not the same type of sign language from today, but they would, make hand gestures with their hands to let me know, hey, I'll have that. Can I have this? La la la, right? Anyways, most people of the Great Plains were farmers. But when they were not planting or harvesting their crops, they hunted bison. The bison was very important to the people of the plains. They used every part of the bison to make food, to make tools, and clothing. So it's not like they looked, I'm going to go back. Please don't hate me, but I want to show you guys this picture again. It's not like they hunted the bison just for the meat, okay? The fur, they would use it for clothes. The bones, they would use it for tools, right? Every single part of the bison was used for something. That's why it was very, very, very important to, catch these bison. Ladies and gentlemen, did you guys find the 2 secret words in here? All right. Seems like only girls have found it. Ryan said the tail was used as floss. No, not really, but hey. Someone said in the chat, bison are really dangerous animals, so it's cool that they did that. Yes. Yes, they are very dangerous animals. They're very wild. Do we have a lot left in the world? No. Sadly, no. They were hunted. When the Europeans came, man. It just kind of like destroyed everything. With peace and love, with peace and love, with peace and love. Someone says, Mrs. Escobar, you say the secret words with exaggeration. So yes, of course we got it. All right, fine. And the next slide, I'm not even gonna put a lot of emphasis on the word. Okay. Someone said sign language. Yes. No, maybe so. I don't know. Shoot, I just realized I gave the word away. All right, now we're going to talk about the people, the Native American groups that lived in the North. Okay. So this means that they live closer, not really in the United States land. They live in Canada area, where also in today, where is Alaska, closer to the Arctic. Okay. There are people that still, ladies and gentlemen, these Native American groups that live in the North, like super North, they are still there. Okay. And what you're seeing is a young little beautiful girl. Hold on. Oh, there she is. That is from this Native American group that lives in the North. These people would live in these types of housing, right? They would hunt. They wouldn't have they would have a, what's that? Oh my gosh, what's that word? Moose, right? They would have moose up north, bears up north, but what they would mainly hunt are whales. Does anyone know what they're hunting right here? What's this? Type it in the chat if you know what this is over here. A seal, that's right. They would hunt for seal, whales, and this animal called caribou. Caribou, okay? And why would they hunt for these huge animals? Well, the whales have a lot of meat, but also a lot of oil. There's a lot of oil inside whales. So the whales, I mean, the oil would help their houses keep warm for fire. Sometimes you can make leather out of the caribou, or you can hunt for certain animals and make their use their skin for your coats and everything. And anyways, let's go. It says the people of Pacific Northwest, or the Arctic, and the subarctic were hunters and gatherers. In the Pacific Northwest, the people hunted mostly large ocean animals, including whales. The people of the Arctic are known for their domed snow shelters called the subarctic cultures covered much of modern Alaska and Canada. They hunted large land animals and gathered berries and other plants. Okay, so igloos. This is where I know. I just realized I left that one in bold. I'm so dumb. Why am I the worst? Why am I the worst, guys? I hope you guys found the very obvious secret word in here, and you guys are ready to submit that assignment. That's it. You guys kind of took notes, and we've kind of learned and touched on all these groups. Okay. Can we go to the next slide? Yes or no? Oh no, I forgot to bring my lunch. I just realized this. Ah. I actually made lunch and I forgot it. I hate myself right now. Okay, anyways, let's go to the next slide. So this is just kind of like, by the way, I am going to upload these slides into Canvas today during third period. Just want to let you guys know. I haven't uploaded them yet. But anyways, these are the kind of houses that a lot of Native Americans would have. Some groups of people would, some of you guys might recognize this, the teepee, right? Some Native Americans in the Great Plains They would build cone-shaped homes, and these are known as teepees. Okay, other Native American groups, these people were more towards the Southwest, and I saw one of these when I went to Arizona over spring break. I saw some of these. People don't live in them anymore, but they have them still standing, and they're very protected. So you can drive by, you can't touch it because it's been there for hundreds of years, right? But yeah, these mainly you can see these in Arizona. They still stand in Arizona, which I think are really cool. And these are called hogans, right? Up north, you can still see these. Obviously, we already talked about igloos, right? This is how they work. They kept themselves warm. And do I understand the science of how living in ice keeps you warm? No, I have no idea how that happens, but these people figured it out, right? People in the east side of the United States, they would build long houses. This is made out of wood and animal skin, and this is kind of how their homes look like. And then also, obviously, we already talked about the ancestral pueblo. They lived in like things that look kind of like apartments. If we were all part of the ancestral pueblo, maybe I don't know, Jesus would live right there, Kylie would live right there, I would live right here. Okay, and it was kind of more of a defense mechanism. Okay, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. We're done with the Native Americans. I can talk so much about them, but I already spent a lot of time talking about the Aztecs and the Maya, and I'm already running a little bit behind. So yeah, and you guys also got a whole assignment out of the way, and we still have 6 minutes left of class. Oh my gosh. And that's it.